And there we go. Okay. %. I'm just gonna hop right into it.
Encode your DNA. Define your genetic structure.
Chungus. Okay. I'm just hitting randomize a few times.
Choose a genetic resilience.
You know, really, I think kind of sitting right there in the middle.
Choose your fur style.
That's not bad.
Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick your main. Choose your fur style.
Is there a way to get this to match more closely?
Pick your main color.
Okay.
Choose your detail color. Pick a class. Saboteur. Psy-freak. Commando. Deadeye. Commando. Sentinel.
Something tells me I'm gonna have a hard time. Because when it comes down to shooting in games, I suck. So. Sat on the Epic Store while getting prey and couldn't resist. So, I mean, I bought this a while ago on Steam since it was on sale. I haven't played it, so I just want to try it out.
Saboteur, Psyfreak. Saboteur. Sentinel.
Base armor increased by 10.
Sentinel. Saboteur.
Melee dual wield. Hypergenetic, your dodge energy cost is reduced by 20%.
Psyfreak.
Shooter spark ball. Press the input, you guys are bound to. And your energy regen is increased by 20.
Commando.
Range weapon attacks inflict 10% more damage.
Deadeye.
Your ranged weapons are instantly reloaded.
Commando. Deadeye.
And your next magazine is granted plus 20% damage. Huh. I think it's still like $60 to holy shiz. Yeah, it's not cheap when it's not on sale. I think I only paid like $20 for the game because it was pretty good on when I got it. So
Commando. Deadeye.
I am very much
Commando.
not a Deadeye.
Commando chosen. That'll work.
Yeah, I guess we'll do this.
Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop living. But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
What do you guys think? Lord of Darkness? Or pull some Optimus Prime shit, freedom is the right of all sentient beings or something like that? I was evil yesterday, let's do the light side. Is the evil path interesting? Or is this purely out of... Because I understand the intrigue, but I want to know. Is this interesting in any way, or do you really think it matters at all? You know what? Screw it. We'll go with light anyway.
Introduce myself. I'm the light and bright side of you, or your inner voice to be precise. An echo of balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
That's right. Light is only for those having difficulty seeing what's in front of them. Sticking to the me first path is the only way we'll be going places.
I'm surprised at the change of heart. I believe in putting yourself aside to help others, but helping the dark side is not that, you know.
You can't fight who you really are. The blood is obviously running red in our veins.
You're trying to keep us in the dark here, but you know it's blue blood in our veins and what it means. We have responsibilities. You can't fight the truth.
Uh, left or right? I don't know. To be honest, I kind of like the way that the dark guy sounds. So I legitimately don't know. It hasn't even been that long, and I'm already confused. You know what? Screw it. We'll just do this, I
Right
guess.
is always right.
You say that. Yo.
Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others.
I guess we're going with the light path.
Do you remember the beast that shattered your family? Or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger.
Huh. That's interesting, I guess.
Better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story.
Didn't really want to let me turn around so I could actually see where I was going. So I really hope it doesn't do that in the future. It's going to make it really difficult. There.
This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the tree of life started to die.
Camera towards the enemy. Target them with ranged attack to reload your weapons. Key energy is used for dodging, using mutations, and performing special attacks. When you're out of key energy, you'll be unable to perform these options. Your energy regenerates both in and out of combat.
The deep cut.
Nice. Okay, so I'm getting the vibe. Found a weapon special effect add-on. Attach it to your ranged weapon to give it extra damage type for as long as that ammo lasts. Some enemies have a resistance or weakness to different weapon effects, so use them wisely. Okay, so it's 24 rounds of electric. Okay. To attach a special effect add-on in the consumable quick menu, hold 1. Huh. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Medical supply bag. Health doesn't automatically regenerate in combat. You have to use consumables or find other ways to heal. Probably good for fish. Right. Remember to parry enemy attacks. When the enemy attacks, you will see that lightning bolts flash above their heads. Press Q.
The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways.
Fallen enemies can be looted for healing items.
A quick end.
Huh. Okay.
It's starting to add up. Scrag them. You should be able to use that.
Really? I legitimately thought I might actually die there for a minute. Huh. Some enemies carry large shields. You need to break the shield with melee attacks before you can deal damage to the enemy. Okay. Uh... I need to get Mr. Bruiser Man out of my way! Hey, there we go. Oh, okay. When you level up, you can pick an attribute of your choice by 10. Pick which attribute you want to increase on the list. So this will make me move faster. That seems worth it. We'll do that. Ah.
Look, An emergency box from the once was. A rare sight.
I have no idea if that actually
That
makes
pipe
me
looks
move any
weak.
real faster.
The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa. It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it.
Ah! I tried to push the button, but I didn't actually jump. Ah! Yeah, I know. There we go. I didn't jump soon enough. That was my issue.
The morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Rods that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you.
You absorbed a bioblob. These are used to unlock mutations. You use bioblobs to unlock special powers at any time. Get a mutations tab to unlock psi powers, biogenetics, and to upgrade your resistances. Huh. Okay. I will definitely take that. Huh. Okay.
Don't slip.
Interesting. So I can just straight up pull a prey and just mind jack somebody.
Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind.
Huh. Still haven't played it. What, Prey? You need to, man. It's great. Huh.
There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
Huh.
The sound of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. There you go.
Perfectly countering an enemy will stun them. Stunned enemy has stars circling above their head. After hitting the enemy again, you can launch up in the air by pressing Q.
The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Bang, bang! Right where it comes. Slash and dash. Killed that one. Flash the slash.
Some people think they can outsmart me. Maybe. I have yet to see one person who can outsmart Bullet.
That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad. The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past. There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end. He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have. It was after the attack that the Unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree.
Look at the small bean.
Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Muma knows you are here. You're such a good child, so you probably did. Even the young forget. He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people.
The what?
The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life. You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of
What?
The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding.
Stay golden, pony boy. Oh.
You've found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's key energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. The small tree you saw up there where you met will eventually grow into a tree of life and start giving back to nature. It'll be the heart of the land. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the Nono as they become one with the tree.
I
You'll
am
need
very
a net
confused.
to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the primal energy.
You could have more than one tree of life? Apparently.
You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world. But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Now that you've seen the Nono's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the Pensai into a tree of life, a life goal, not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Muma will be able to protect us.
What?
He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for you. You did good here today. No, she's got lots on her mind and needs rest after the raid last night on the Lupin camp with her disciples. Wonders if they let the Predator family live or not. He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow.
Oh, good boy. No, I'm
He
not.
says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the tree of life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived.
The what?
The genetic evolution that occurred after the apocalypse that Toxanol Corporation inflicted on the land set the World Eater's DNA into overdrive.
No. No, I'm not.
His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
This is giving me PS2 vibes. How so? Speaking of... Huh. Let's crank this up a little bit.
You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters.
And that will be a thumbnail.
A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see.
Signposts are found near locations of interest all around the world. You'll unlock a signpost when interacting with it. You can fast travel to a signpost when you've unlocked it by selecting it on a map. I don't know, it feels... What do you mean it feels gross? I actually think this game actually doesn't look too bad. I'm confused what you mean by it feels gross. I won't put any time with them. Cerberus. I meant it feels like it appears to be game to swipe. What? I meant it feels like it appears to game the swipe keyboard on Android betrayed. What? 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 Huh? I'm confused. What the hell is that?
That must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down.
Ah. But wasn't... So that is this, I take it. Okay. That's a big old boy. It's so
Look, a
big
survivor.
old boy.
Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here. He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart.
Interacting with captives and side shrines forward to side points you can use. Okay.
Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions.
That's bad. But that's good. I'm going to try to do the right stuff. However, I'm not guaranteeing that we won't become Satan, Lord of Darkness.
He's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spark of light in you.
That's a spark of light in you!
It's not because I like the light, okay? Your voice is annoying.
What's there to like about light? It hurts to look at.
Exactly.
It hurts to look at you.
Always making this personal.
And you're always trying to pretend it's not.
Gain to side point. Yeah.
There's Out of Date again. He must have missed something important. Out of Date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there are two nearby. The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good and have a code of honor. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same.
Dread it Run from it.
The
Destiny
Jagni tribe
always
only ever had one
arrives.
conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world, and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out of Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side. He believes the tribe Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part. Out of Date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do.
What are we thinking? Wholesome bean run, or yeah, we'll go wholesome bean because we're trying to do the light pathway, I guess.
Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be?
Wholesome bean, yeah. I'm a wholesome bean
It's
with
a
the
bridge.
fucking automatic.
Just get over it.
Wait, does this... Actually, I'm pretty sure I should be going this way. Because if I go over the
It's
motor bridge...
unusual that natural tunnels like this still exist. Most of them got flooded.
Okay, that's just happening, I guess.
This area was beautiful before the tribe war began. Look at it now. It's a war zone. That's the Myriad tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know. Let's see.
Oh. Okay. So I piss on the
It's a
signs.
beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. The Sifu's door is always open for newcomers, but he cautions you. They'll expect you to behave, or you'll have to face the consequences.
Sipi? Lappanen aginkanman. Keratna falo hutut. Mustugai la wute.
The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place. He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. But he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 has preceded you.
Huh?
He heard you took out-of-date side against the scavengers in Bunker 101. It seems you believe in helping your next, and that's something you have in common. There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted. The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples. Your Muma invented Wang Fu. Originally, it consisted of unarmed combat and the 6 weapons: the boomerang, the shuriken, the bow, the staff, the nunchuk, and the hook and chain. Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor. If you believe there's some good in everyone, there's still hope for tomorrow. You'll unite the tribes and defeat the World Eaters to save the Tree of Life. He didn't expect that of you. You're the essence of a being born good. It seems that the darkness that's fallen on this land has also gone to your head. He thinks you should reconsider and follow your heart instead of your mind. Otherwise, he'll have no choice but to treat you as a rival.
Well, I don't want to make them my enemies. I was just kind of hoping to be able to go talk to the other guys first before I really make a decision. This was a mistake. Yeah.
Relieved you came to your senses and chose what's right. You would have made an enemy here today if you'd left. You're a Myriad ally now.
What?
The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can unite the other tribes. The one you should coerce first is the Jagni tribe.
Why do I have to do it?
Their kin have run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even those who desire peace have been forced to prepare for war. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. You both have gentle minds, so they want to wage a gentle war. A war that bonds as much as it breaks. Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival outposts and earn the right to wield the tribe weapon. Once you've dealt with the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu to unite their tribe with yours and let your kin share land again. Seeing you brings back his memories of the old village. He remembers your kind and unselfish soul, and can sense you still have it in you, the will to do good. Anyway, the memories you make with your family are strong, and can sometimes come to life. Passing the old village on your way to the first rival outpost might help.
I'm fast as fuck, boy. Bob and weave. Bob and weave. I mean, for a fuzzy little creature like this, he fast, man. Just straight zooming, man. I apparently pressed tab and I did not mean to. Quit bitching.
Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred. Itchy trigger finger.
Can I also just not fight him at the same time? Oh. That makes sense.
Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer.
You mean like the fact that I was told to be here?
Let's see. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind. Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique. Goop says some choose to be lonely because no one understands what they're going through. If that's you, he'll try to help you if you let him. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now. Knowing how to swim won't solve life's hard problems, but at least one of them won't be drowning.
You know, that's a fair point.
He says that wasn't too bad, was it? He says a feeling that you're going to drown is a great reminder of the need to learn how to swim. But you need practice, lots of practice. Judging by your Mooma's look, it seems you forgot something. You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go. The dedication to training is important. You can't rely solely on the fact that Wang Fu is in your blood.
You an ugly, gangly
You
baby.
should know,
Yeah.
practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
We'll see you at the village square.
I am a very, very, fuzzy twig. Okay, like small bean. You're fuzzy, I like you.
She'll be waiting for you. There will be a surprise for you at the end, too.
Yee.
Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on. He's happy to hear that from someone that's a part of the coming generation. You should look for things that are recyclable. It shouldn't take you too long to find some.
Dickhead.
He wonders what usefulness you found. Sometimes he's an expert, but sometimes he just does what's right. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. But that's his point, to take something useless, change it, and put it to good use again. He'd love to teach you to upcycle, and the scrap you found would be a good start.
Welcome to crafting. Modify existing weapons and armors. Be feeling creative and create entirely new weapons from scratch.
You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon. He says you don't really need a weapon when you're born one. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience. You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square right away. Then you've got a good excuse. You share a responsibility to prevent hardship on nature and the environment. It's your future. She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's gone. She won't live forever, you know that. But she intends to make the most of every day she gets, especially the ones you share together. You've always followed your own path, but this time she needs you to follow her. They look determined. Better watch out. He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going. He says that it's not too late for you to turn back, though. There's no way they'll let you pass. He wants to know who you think you are. He says you're right. Nobody can tell him what he can and can't do, and that includes you. She asks if you're hurt. What happened? If confidence is silent and insecurity is loud, she thinks you're absolutely right. The most important thing is that you're okay. It's time to focus on your training now.
That's what I'm trying to go do, but I have to deal with bitch-ass motherfucker.
Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best. He asks if you could help him too before you leave for training. He'll talk to her, sure, but you know she wants you to accept responsibility for your own actions and future. He suggests you get going and find him gadgets and ideas for how you can upcycle some old fabrics.
Like, how's she not noticed I'm being dick? Yeah, I don't know.
He's curious to see what you found. He's gathered so much over the years, and it's hard to remember everything. Nothing's wrong with his memory. It's just short. The style might be too edgy for his taste, but it looks sharp on you. You should take it with you, wear it to practice. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this.
Everybody stop telling me I have talent for... I'm a small child.
Your Muma says it's about time you got here.
I have ADHD, okay?
Wants you to understand that you can do anything if you work really hard.
Distracted.
She says she is eager to get started. You don't have much time left before the sun goes down. Your Muma says you did well today. She's so proud of you.
I wish.
That's all she's ever asked of you. Been working on a present for you, with the help of Gizmo and Wiz. You should go see him and find out what it is. You've deserved it.
Sure about that?
Catchy.
Alejandro?
Your Muma says she's never seen an apparatus as green as this little thing. It's wonderful.
Amu.
A piece of Scraptronics like this has built-in old-world tech that makes it a potent communication device.
Pial tu, ma.
It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your DNA. It'll follow wherever you go and see whatever you see.
Kamonu.
Says it's not a record keeper, more like a companion.
Kodotoku.
Your Muma says you look tired. No wonder. It's been a long day.
Kamonu.
She's so happy you made the most of it. Rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow.
Is it just me, or are their mouths animated weird?
Nothing could stop Lupa Lupin from setting the world on fire. Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire.
I pressed control and not alt. I'm a idiot.
Give it a last burst and you'll make it. Your Muma says this is it. The time has come. She must fight Lupa Lupin. This time there's no escape. She can hear him coming.
Amu.
Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present.
Ah. Straight up just punched a child.
You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow.
Are we back? We good? I have no clue what just happened. Look up system events viewer. That's a good idea. Oh. Oh. Uh, uh, t- uh, um, uh, ah, ah, uh, ah, I, I may have overdrawn my power supply. I pulled over 600 watts. Are you serious? Holy crap. Okay. 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 That. Okay. Yeah, no, I have a critical event ID 41 kernel power system. Like I I I legitimately drew way too much power in the computer, just said fuck it. So, anyway, I'm going to boot the game back up. I'm going to leave the VTuber avatar off. I'm going to turn down the graphics quality. And hopefully, the event that just happened won't happen again. Because that limit the frame. Yeah, no, I can limit the frame rate and stuff like that. Uh, but you see, it's an RTX 2070 and a Ryzen 5 3600. 16 gigs of RAM. It's a gigabyte Aorus B450 Pro Wi-Fi. So like, aside from the shit ton of extra hard drives and SSDs I have connected to this thing, which is just insane by itself. But you know, I try to retexture avatars and stuff in my free time, so I need to have all the space to store them. I don't know. That wouldn't affect anything though, would it? Because I'm not necessarily accessing more than just the one.
How can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long? End is coming to the new world. The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an unusual beginning. So, let's expect an unusual end.
Okay, I'm just checking to make sure some other stuff is still fine.
Welcome to Biomutant.
Okay. Let's see. Where we go. Back to. Before we actually get into it, I need to remember to take it down from max to just high, which is where we were in the first place. I'm gonna need to cap the frame rate from the frame rate from 144 to just 60. Right. Video, change that to max. Frame rate limit 60. Because like it automatically wants to do max, right? But I'm a little bit scared since it just kind of overvolted everything. Of course, I guess that's what overcurrent protection is for. Don't forget to change it back when you're done streaming. Change what? Well, those things make it look pretty good. Okay, the thing is, I'm turning them down so I don't have to do the overcurrent protection shit all over again, okay? I'm just going to leave them where they're at, and we're just gonna put things, we're gonna take it down a notch, and we're gonna leave it there, and we're not gonna touch it. Ideally, again, I'm a little bit scared, just because of some of that. My eventual plan is to have all this running on 2 computers and not just the one, but since I am currently running it on the one, and if I break this computer, I'm screwed, I'm gonna try to not push this too hard. Just... Oh, I have to go through all this?
On this place, but it evokes a ting.
I have to go through all of this again. Damn it.
Let's see. As time passes, memory... Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at... He understands Wang Fu is hard. That's why your Muma only has 6 disciples. Doing just one thing helps you get more done in less time. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now. Why not? There's no better time to do what needs to be done than right now. He says that wasn't too bad, was it? At least you learned that you'll drown if you don't swim. But you need practice. Lots of practice. Judging by your Muma's look, it's...
Mustiki muhka?
You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go.
Pialtuma.
You know you can't make up.
Ruhemuhtuno. Gendrana mala.
She'll see you at the village square.
Kanoruta.
She understands. Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on. He thinks you should... He wonders what usefulness you have. He says whatever it is, it shouldn't be left lying around on the ground. But that's his point, to he'd love to teach you to upcycle, and the scrap...
the thing you wouldn't want to have a stream to VR avatar. Yeah. No, so ugly. She threw a boomerang and it refused to come back. Yeah.
You did well, but he can't.
Wanted something cutting edge.
He appreciates those able to deliver a sharp remark. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience.
I'm starting to lose my patience
She
with
doesn't
you.
like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square.
Anson bara.
She said
Anson bara.
she wants you to grow up and start thinking.
Anson bara.
She says it's not only about
Orasa durut.
you've all. They look determined. Better watch out.
Matualele.
He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going.
Popolo.
That makes him wonder why you were here looking for it.
Masai onara.
There's no way they'll let you pass.
Famamuni esa masani lava ona.
He wants to know who you think you are.
Famamuni esa masani lava ona.
You'll have to face pain at some point. He offers to help you get it over with.
Ola kudo.
She asks if you're hurt. What happened?
Verena masalapu.
She says it's nice of you to consider them, but they have weapon training at sunrise tomorrow, so they'll need all the rest they can get.
Kanamunta.
It's time to focus on your training now. Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best. He asks if you could help him too. He'll leave the quick part to... He suggests...
Vaksan mar malvan cherry.
He's curious to see what you found.
Wuksa u indabada gali.
He says...
Tudu baba.
I don't know. I'm just slapping things on here.
Immo.
The style might be too edgy for him.
La fea nuch.
You should take
Interbadam farujudo.
Kanamunta.
Your Muma says it's about time you got here.
Aplitonumuta.
Hopes.
Aplitonumuta. Kanamunta.
Your Muma says you did well today. She's so...
Asilnatu.
You should just keep working and you'll do well.
Kala.
You should go see him and find out what it is. You've...
What?
Catchy.
Gendrana mala.
Your Muma says she's never seen an apparatus.
Tropalo.
A pe...
Kalino.
It's called an automaton, and it...
Kalino.
You're lucky to have such a fine...
Rizentede.
Your Muma says you look tired. No wonder. It's been a long day.
Polakuto.
Says a good rest. Rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow. Nothing could stop Lupa Lupin from... Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. That's just adding fuel to the flames. Give it a last burst and you'll make it.
Pala.
Your Muma says this is it.
Narute.
Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present. You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water.
Yes, I know blood is thicker than water. You ever tried to clean it with a bucket of water?
You're
It's
in
not very
deep
effective.
surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants.
Okay. At least the whole computer didn't die this time.
Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity, when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory. As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on.
Okay, it's saving. You know, you could have stopped talking at the only thing that remains is loneliness, because that's pretty well just fact. There's really not much besides that.
The tribe's caught a fluffy hulk. Better watch out, it's no pet. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulk's on the loose. Fired up. Shot through. Blasting him. Dead on. They've received news a Ronin had strengthened their ranks and were looking forward to meeting you. A group of myriad crusaders already headed out to Jagni's Mercadorpus outpost and are waiting for you there. You should hurry there and help them best the outpost. You complete them. From this point on, the myriad is unbroken.
Oh. You have hoof? Do I? No. I got little pops. Oh. Yee. Anyway, psi powers. So pretty much either one of these. It's just one of them will let me, set on fire. Huh. Okay. I guess I work in IT now because I'm creating firewalls.
Look, an emergency box from the old days, when you needed to pack a punch to survive. Wow, bet that nut makes a tight fist. Better hold on to that. Hope you haven't seen the sky for the last time. Tunnels like this still carry echoes from the past. Can you hear it?
Echo, 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 echo. I found out something. What'd you find out?
Bang, bang.
There's a particular word that you can't say in chat? Yeah, I have a few words blacklisted. And just given the words that I do have blacklisted, it makes me wonder what you were about to say.
Strange how the trees are still so full of life.
I could probably tell you why I chose to blacklist it if you just whisper it to me. Because I do have Twitch open as well. Well, again, I don't even know what you tried to say. Sent it in Discord. Let me reopen Discord. Because I haven't opened it since, you know, the whole fucking computer crashed. Oh, well, I feel like no explanation is needed for that. Wait, huh?
That notice board? Filled with the leftovers of used-to-be wants. You're getting close to one of those old Toxanol brick towns. Pay attention. The Toxanol Corporation made this place, and then just threw it away when they were done with it. Well, small ones. Places like this were cheap back in those days, and there was plenty of space. Get done with one place, you just build another. There must be a track somewhere in this brick town. Just hope it's not buried. It's time to do what's right, for certain values of right. That's not too bad.
I can see it. I can see the fucking... Just how do I get to it? Whatever. Bob and weave.
You found the whereabouts, the deepest, darkest forest in the land, sometimes hard to see for all the trees. The light's coming back. Bullets everywhere. That's going to leave a mark. Not dead yet.
Yeah.
That's a Jagni tribe outpost.
At least it used to be.
Right between the eyes. Hot metal. Youch! Gee! Itchy trigger finger.
What is my ping on Discord? Oh, it's the bot. Never mind. What do that be? Big question. Bioblob container. Biocontaminated container. Collect the bioblobs used for. Oh!
Stay away from that biohazard. You'll want to wash yourself off for a month.
That's what you think. Huh.
Let's see.
Yeah, I don't like that I have to pee on the signs, man. That's weird.
Says it's time to set the outpost free. Inflict as little damage as possible as you make your way through to the rival captain. Clarifies that rigging the odds in your favor in preparation of the takeover is one thing, but collateral damage is another. Here's the first line of defense. That's a bomb lobber.
But, like, how? They legitimately just said blow it up, and then they didn't tell me how to do it. Oh,
Hit the spot. Wrecked it. That twirly wheel works that drain pipe.
I don't know how I play games without a chat.
Spin the twirly wheel and open that drain. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Everything's clocking together.
Take a swig of some Mountain Dew.
Put a key to use. Keep going. That cage is holding a helper. never lost hope you'd come, but weren't sure if they'd last long enough to see it. Says the tribe's been hard on them.
Should we have them fight or tell them to go take a break?
Won't hesitate to carve out some revenge on those who hurt them.
Yep. I like how I asked and then just immediately I'm like, no, let's go fuck them up. Just mirrors the gun that I'm holding, like, seriously, some Gunfire Reborn aesthetic.
A sharpshooter. The scaffolding looks unstable. Better stay clear of the red ray. Here's the second line of defense. Red means danger.
Ah, I love how it.
Timber. Bet a big bump will bring it down. Switched off the light. A
There we
barrel
go.
shoot. Smack it to get a barrel out of it. Then hit it toward the gate and blast it. That looks splody. Shoot it and watch it blow. Not too close, though.
Get back here, you bitch-ass motherfucker.
You're in. Almost there. The outpost belongs to your tribe now.
Good.
He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger.
Get a good thing. You can hear him.
Says you did a great job capturing the outpost. You've earned the privilege of carrying the tribe's weapon.
Labu.
Figures the honor belongs to the tribe, too. Out of Date says he's doing his best to keep up, but from what he can tell, it seems you're making progress with the tribe conflict.
Junto con tu pon yevun goja.
You seem to share the same values as the Myriad tribe. You both have the same optimistic outlook on life. At least, for now.
Yevofo lon lanofo.
But Out of Date emphasizes that solving the tribe conflict won't matter unless you help make a stand against the World Eaters. Be taken care of.
Ya you mawa.
He says the time has come to confront the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route.
Kobwa yak.
Gizmo is working on making his Mekton strong enough to endure the oxygen-deprived dead zone all the way out to the World Eater.
He kobe. Ifari kobo far.
You should get over there and see what you can do to help.
Get a good thing, can hear him.
He knows things that you need to know.
Hear him thinking Alvesa, Anna?
The rival tribe still has 2 outposts left. It's up to you to change that.
Well, I'm winning thinking.
Grateful you're on the same side. Team fixing the world.
Hello, Bangalif.
Says you'll see each other later.
Gallo, one day.
He knows things that you need to know.
Did a wuru wusa hut.
So, says you covered the important things already. Wants to know what good you think you can really do in a world this messed up. Hopes to see you again soon.
Mawagia maucha.
What happens if a World Eater destroys a root of the Tree of Life?
Plastique, plastique.
Says you should take it easy.
Where's he at?
You have hours stretching before you. Arkadorpus outpost, a Jagni tribe stronghold.
Well, I mean, used to be. Now it's mine, motherfucker.
That's a gnote, easy prey for Lupa-Lupin. For everyone else, they're a perfect mount and easily tamed if they are kept fed. That's a resource totem, a monument left behind by those that picked scrap, trying to keep the area clean. You need to show your mount who's boss.
The fuck was that mount animation? Did I see that quickly? I don't know. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. How do you keep missing?
Looks like some solid wood scrap there. It's the chug yard. The right key could open this. There are things out there waiting for you. The board mainly has posts from those that used to work at the chug yard back in the days gone. They don't make much sense these days. Not much more to say about the board, but Gizmo is holed up in the underyard here working on that Mekton of his. The Toxanol Corporation used to run chugger-chuggers out of here, big machines on rails with smokestacks that fouled the air. They can carry you anywhere you like. Well, anywhere that they go to, and then you can leg it from there. You're on the right track. Keep your eyes open. Tribes always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets. Bomber Bonker's busy ram-banging the door. This is your chance. You might want to fall back.
I am very, very bad at this game. Oh, man. Chugga chuggas. Yeah, I know. Don't call it a fucking train. It's a chugga chugga.
Tribes always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets. Great shot. Bomber Bonker's busy ram-banging the door. This is your chance. You've got nothing left. Cutting edge. Slash and dash.
Was that all of them? Please tell me it was.
The shadows are only getting longer. Let's see.
I still hate that so much.
Close encounter. Yes, you can do anything. The sky's the limit. Now, let's take this back to Earth. Wow, you really took that all the way down to the end, in flames. It's a wonder some of these up and downs still work. Guess they built machines better in the past. I need to brush up on my Wando, but I have a feeling he believes it was you that caused the bang at the yard. Oh, and he says he knows you. You used to call him Gizmo. He gave you the oil-greased hands when he taught you how to upcycle. Gizmo remembers you as a nice kidling, and he can still sense the warmth of your good heart. But Gizmo says how you experience a memory can be different. You know the story, but sometimes the truth it brings is personal. He hopes you remember that one time he taught you to upcycle, and hopes you've had some use for it over the years. He understands history made Lupa Lupin a big part of your past, your present, and soon, your future. You still believe there's some good in everyone. You still have hope for tomorrow. He says you should know that what's meant to be will always find a way, but history shouldn't consume you. Gizmo understands you still have strong feelings, but urges you to keep them under control. You've witnessed firsthand what it'll lead to.
Yes, that's the way. No arguing with that.
That is how you shine light at the dark.
Seriously, don't doubt the dark.
I'm so proud of you for doing...
Can't believe you let that loser sway you.
Hard to believe the world is actually going to survive. Just seemed impossible till now.
I like Dark a lot more as a character
Grateful to
because
you for
Light
coming
is just
back and
annoying.
doing your best to change things. You were the
But
only
come on,
chance they had.
we gotta be the good guy.
Wonders if you liked working with the Myriad. They always seemed so centered and so seeking. But that's not important now. Gizmo says it's taken a long time to bring the past up to the present, and where you go from here is up to you. You need to set the past aside, at least for now. He can't leave the Underyard as he has no protection against the vacuum in the dead zone. So you need to salvage scrap to upcycle the Mekton, starting with the old crate outside. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the Mekton strong enough to fight the Jumbo Puff.
How'd you get amnesia? I don't remember. What are we talking about? Ah, man, you want amnesia. You just go on the Steam page and you just buy it, right? And you even have a few different options. You have the Dark Descent, a Machine for Pigs, whatever the name of the new one is. I don't know.
That's what he decided to call it after he saw it for the first time. It's big and fluffy. That's accurate enough. If you can see past the blue color, that is.
Oh. I was trying to figure out why I could hear myself talking. Just because of my phone. Ah. Well.
Don't trip over what you can't see. There's short of breath and death to this zone. Better take care. He who half breathes, half lives.
Huh. So there's straight up an area with no oxygen. That's interesting. Well, this seems like an issue for another day, because I gotta be awake for work in 6 hours. So, I think that we're gonna go ahead and find someone to raid. So, you guys know how it is. I'm sorry that the fucking my power supply just over current protected in the middle of it. It's a 630 watt or what is it? 650, 630? I think it's a 650 watt power supply. I recently like replaced it, so I'm not. Yeah, it's one of those things that I'm probably gonna have to look at. But I was planning on doing some PC upgrades anyway. But yeah, well, I'll do some looking at that at a different point in time. Like I said, we'll probably try and set up for a dual PC streaming setup at some point, just because I think that would probably be a lot easier for some of this. But yeah. Anyway. Thank you guys for showing up.